Pete the Cat and the Easter Basket Bandit by Kimberly and James Dean. One Easter morning, Pete the Cat discovers his Easter basket is missing. "Where's my Easter basket?" he asks. Pete looks everywhere. It's not here or there. It's not anywhere. Then Pete spots a bright blue dot on the floor. It's a jelly bean, Pete's favorite. Pete finds another, then another, and another. It's a whole trail of colorful jelly beans. "Mmm," says Pete. "I wonder if these will lead to my basket." Pete follows the jelly beans down the street and around the corner to Callie's house. "Callie, have you seen my Easter basket?" Pete asks. "No," says Callie, "but I see a trail of candy eggs." "Let's follow it," says Pete. Pete and Callie follow the candy eggs through the yard and across a field to Alligator's house. "Alligator, have you seen Pete's Easter basket?" asks Callie. "I haven't," says Alligator. "But look at this trail of marshmallow chips." "We should see where it goes," says Pete. Pete and Callie and Alligator follow the marshmallow chicks around the pond to Gus's house. "Gus, have you seen Pete's Easter basket?" asks Alligator. "It's not here," says Gus, "but there are all these lollipops on the ground." "It's a lollipop trail," says Callie. "Let's follow it." So Pete and Callie and Alligator and Gus follow the lollipops out the door and up the path to Turtle's house. "Turtle, have you seen Pete's Easter basket?" asks Gus. "No," says Turtle. "But look, there are a bunch of chocolate bunnies leading that way." "Let's go!" everyone shouts. Pete and Callie and Alligator and Gus and Turtle follow the chocolate bunny trail to the playground. It goes under the swings and down the slide and around the monkey bars to a colorful little house in the garden. "It looks like the trail ends here," says Turtle. But before Pete can knock, the door swings open and everyone gasps. It's the Easter Bunny. "Easter Bunny, have you seen my Easter basket?" asks Pete. The Easter Bunny looks sad. "Yes," he says, "I have it. Every year I deliver all the Easter baskets, but I never get one of my own. So I borrowed yours." The Easter Bunny sniffles. I was going to bring it back soon. I'm very sorry, Pete. Pete smiles and hugs the Easter Bunny. That's okay, says Pete. I understand. Then Pete has a great idea. He puts some of his candy in an empty basket. He asks Callie and Alligator and Gus and Turtle to all add candy from their baskets too. Soon the new basket is bursting with treats. Pete hands the basket to the Easter Bunny. Happy Easter, Pete says. This one is just for you. The Easter Bunny is so happy. Thank you so much, everyone, he says, and gleefully eats a jelly bean from his first ever Easter basket. Pete and his friends promise to make the Easter Bunny a basket every year from now on. Sharing is the sweetest gift of all. There was an old lady who swallowed a chick, by Lucille Calandro. Illustrated by Jared Lee. There was an old lady who swallowed a chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed some straw. The chick looked in awe as she swallowed the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed an egg. She didn't beg to swallow that egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed some candy. She knew the candy would come in handy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed a basket. A tisket, a tasket, a brightly colored basket. She swallowed the basket to carry the candy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who swallowed a bow. Oh, what a show when she swallowed that bow. She swallowed the bow to tie on the basket. She swallowed the basket to carry the candy. She swallowed the candy to sweeten the egg. She swallowed the egg to jazz up the straw. She swallowed the straw to cover the chick. I don't know why she swallowed that chick, but she didn't get sick. There was an old lady who started to hop. She jumped up and down and just wouldn't stop. As she skipped down the trail on a day that was sunny, oops! Guess who she met? Wow! The Easter Bunny. Thanks. Happy Easter! I love Easter by Hans Wilhelm. Hooray, it's Easter morning! Teddy, let's go on an Easter egg hunt. Where are you, Teddy? 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 I don't see him anywhere. I will have to hunt for eggs by myself. Look! Here is a red Easter egg. I found a blue one. There is a pretty yellow egg. Now I have a basket full of Easter eggs, but Teddy isn't here to share them. I know what I'll do. I'll share an egg with Scotty. I'll share one with Cat. I'll share one with Baby. Teddy, there you are. I only have one egg left, but I'll share it with you. Happy Easter, Teddy. Click, Clack, Peep by Doreen Cronin. Published by Atheneum. Farmer Brown stuck his head out the window. The farm was too quiet. Everyone was watching the egg.
Not a moo.
Not a click.
Not an oink.
Not a clack. Not a ba.
Not a cluck.
Not a thing. Then a crack. Inside the barn, everyone gathered closer. Crack. 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 What? Crack. 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 Baby duck!
Baby duck laughed.
And laughed again.
Baby duck waddled.
And waddled again.
Baby duck played.
And played again. The animals yawned. And yawned again. The chickens sang a lullaby, but Baby Duck would not sleep.
The cows lowered the shades.
But Baby Duck would not sleep.
The sheep knitted a blanket.
But Baby Duck would not sleep. The chickens went outside to get some sleep. The cows went outside to get some sleep.
The sheep went outside to get some sleep. The mice went outside to get some sleep.
Duck took off his headphones. He put Baby Duck into a bucket. He covered her with a blanket.
He carried her outside. Peep, peep, peep. He climbed into the tractor. He buckled up the seatbelt
And backed out of the barnyard.
Beep, beep, beep.
He drove back and forth.
Beep, beep, beep. Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Beep, beep.
Sleep. Farmer Brown opens his eyes after a good night's sleep. Not a moo,
Not a cluck.
not a clack. Not a peep. The Easter Bunny's Assistant by Jan Thomas. Hello, I am the Easter Bunny, and this is my assistant, Skunk.
Today we will show you how to make beautiful Easter eggs.
Step 1, hard boil the eggs.
I'm so excited.
Skunk, what is that smell?
Oh, sorry. It happens when I get excited.
Please try to control yourself. Step 2, make dye for the eggs.
Oh, look at the beautiful color. It's so exciting.
Skunk!
Sorry.
Step 3, decorate the eggs with crayons.
Oh, I love decorating eggs. It's so pleasant and exciting.
Step 4, remove skunk from room. Push if necessary.
Hey, 5, dye the eggs. Now you have beautiful Easter eggs. Should I let him help me hide the eggs? You sure? Here are the Easter Bunny's directions for making beautiful eggs. Step 1. Hard oil the eggs. Ask for an adult's help. Put eggs in a saucepan. Cover them with cold water. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 9 minutes. Step 2. Make dye for the eggs. Combine 1 teaspoon food coloring with 2 teaspoons vinegar in a cup. Add water to the halfway point. Step 3. Decorate the eggs with crayons. Have fun! Step 4. Look to see if there is a skunk in the room. If there is, remove it. Step 5. Dye the eggs. Gently place the eggs in the dye. Let them sit for a bit. Then remove. Now you have exciting Easter eggs! Happy Easter!
Pete the Cat. Big Easter Adventure by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete was excited. Easter was here. He couldn't wait for his basket of goodies. Jelly beans were his favorite. Uh-oh. His basket was empty, except for a note. Pete, please help. Find the eggs, paint the eggs, hide the eggs. Thanks. The Easter Bunny. P.S. Wear these. Pete put on the bunny ears and thought,
A cat with ears like a bunny? Now that's funny. Happy Easter, chickens. Do you have any eggs today? Pete asked. I am helping the Easter Bunny.
Sure, Pete. We have a lot of eggs,
The chicken said.
We are happy to help, but don't you need a bunny nose and fluffy bunny tail?
The chickens were right. A bunny nose and tail would be neat. Then Pete's costume would be complete. Pete put on the nose and tail like a bunny's. A cat dressed up like a bunny? Now that's funny. Now Pete was ready. It was getting late, and he still had a lot of eggs to decorate. What colors would Pete use? Hop, hop, hop. Off to the tool shed for paint and brushes. Pete couldn't wait to paint the eggs. Some eggs had one color. Some eggs had two. Some eggs were red and some eggs were blue. When the egg painting was done, Pete had a basket full of bright, colorful, amazing eggs. Now hiding them would be lots of fun. But where, oh where, would Pete hide the eggs? Around the neighborhood for all his friends to find. Pete hid eggs in flower pots. He hid them in the water spout. And when he was done hiding the eggs, Pete the cat was all worn out. Helping others out is what Easter is all about, Pete said. Pete's job was done. He was hiding the last one when the Easter bunny arrived.
Great job, Pete. You were a big help,
said the Easter bunny. The Easter bunny gave Pete an award for a job well done. Helping others can be lots of fun. Happy Easter, everybody! How to Catch the Easter Bunny by Adam Wallace and Andy Elkerton. I've been working long and hard with all my peeps and crew. We've made the eggs, and now I'm here to bring them all to you. My real name's a secret. My friends call me E.B. My special job means I must hide my true identity. Yes, I'm the Easter Bunny, and I'm coming to your home. If you have Easter spirit, then you might just see me roam. The first trap is quite simple. Just carrots on a plate. I'm lightning fast. To catch me, you'll need some better bait. A hole that's covered by a rug will never cause me strife. Have you forgotten what I am? Burrowing's my life. Now this is much more like it. A fully lit dance floor. I'll do a little hip-hop, then dash behind the door. This next trap is quite clever, made by brilliant engineers. But it's hard to catch a bunny who has supersonic ears. You want to catch me for my eggs and magic basket too. But I've been hiding Easter treats since 1682. This trap nearly gets me. But check out all my hops. Watch me dodge the flying fish and cherry yogurt pops. I switch my size from 2 feet tall to something small and gray. Your Easter spirit is so strong, you see me right away. I leave so many Easter treats. No children will be sad. But when they see that I've escaped, they'll all be hopping mad. The Bunny Tumbler 2.0 sure takes me for a spin, but I've got lucky rabbit's feet.
I know I'll always win. With all the treats delivered to children big and small, I've got one special stop to make to my favorite kid of all. See you next year.
Happy Easter, Gus, by Jacqueline Williams, illustrated by Doug Cushman. Gus and Bean raced through the park on their bikes. The town was having its annual Easter egg hunt. They did not want to be late. This year, the prize for finding the most eggs was a gigantic chocolate rabbit. Gus was sure he was going to win. He had practiced hiding eggs and finding them all year long. "Knock, knock," said Bean. "Who's there?" asked Gus. "Lettuce," answered Bean. "Let us who?" asked Gus. "Let us hurry or we'll miss the fun," said Bean. "Good one," laughed Gus. Mr. Chase, the school principal, had been busy hiding eggs in the park all morning. At noon, a crowd of happy, noisy children gathered around him. Billy was there, impatiently waiting for things to get started. "Knock, knock," said Bean. "Who's there?" asked Gus. "Harry," answered Bean. "Harry who?" asked Gus. "I hope we hurry up and start hunting for eggs," said Bean. Before Gus could laugh, Mr. Chase made an announcement.
"First, we're going to play a game. Then, we're going to look for eggs," he said. "Everyone choose a partner and line up for the egg toss," shouted Mr. Chase.
Bean walked over and stood next to Gus. Mr. Chase gave each pair of children an egg. "Knock, knock," said Bean.
"Who's there?"
asked Gus. "Stan," answered Bean.
"Stan who?"
asked Gus. "Stand over there. I'll toss you the egg," said Bean. Bean tossed Gus the egg. Gus caught it and tossed it back. "Knock, knock," said Bean.
"Who's there?"
asked Gus. "Quack," answered Bean.
"Quack who?"
asked Gus. "If we quack the egg, we'll lose," said Bean. The children tossed their eggs back and forth. One by one, the teams dropped their eggs. Then they dropped out of the game. Finally, there were only 2 teams left. Bean tossed the egg to Gus. "Hey, Gus," said Billy, "don't forget to catch it." Gus caught the egg and tossed it back to Bean.
"Very funny, Billy," said Gus.
"So funny I forgot to laugh." "No fair, Billy," said Bean. "You're making us nervous." Splat! The egg slipped through Gus's fingers and landed on his shoe.
"You won't forget to laugh now,"
chuckled Billy, "because it looks like the yolk's on you."
"It looks like the winners of the egg toss are Billy and his partner," said Mr. Chase. "And now it's time for the egg-citing hunt. Before we begin, I want to explain the rules. You have exactly 15 minutes to collect eggs."
He held up a beautiful blue basket. On a bed of bright green plastic grass lay a gigantic chocolate rabbit wrapped in shiny gold paper.
Whoever finds the most eggs wins this extremely wonderful prize. So grab your baskets, get ready, get set, go! Mr. Chase shouted.
The children began to scatter. Billy shoved Gus to one side. "Out of my way," he said. "Winner coming through." Gus spied an egg hiding in a big bush and rushed toward it. As Gus reached in the bush to grab the egg, Billy jumped out from behind it. "Roar!" he yelled. "Yikes!" shrieked Gus. He stumbled headfirst into the bush. Sharp finger-like branches reached out and grabbed Gus and his basket. First, they poked Gus in the arm.
Hey!
Then they poked a hole in the bottom of his basket. Gus struggled free. Billy howled with laughter. Gus made a face at Billy and headed off and searched for more eggs. Billy followed close behind. First, Gus found a striped egg. He put it in his basket. It slipped out and rolled away. Billy grabbed it. Next, Gus found a spotted egg. He put it in his basket. It slid out. Billy snatched it up. On and on went Gus, picking up eggs and putting them in his basket. On and on went the eggs, slipping and sliding back out. On and on went Billy, scooping them up and filling his own basket. Gus got so excited looking for eggs, he did not notice he was losing them as fast as he was finding them.
5 more minutes,
announced Mr. Chase. The children scampered around to be sure all the eggs had been found.
Time's up,
Mr. Chase shouted. The children headed back. On his way, Billy spied one last egg. It was the biggest one yet. "With this one, I'll win the prize for sure," he thought. Billy tucked the egg under his arm and hurried on. Suddenly, he let out a loud holler. "Yikes!" he screamed.
"It's after me!"
Billy dropped his basket and ran. Hissing and honking, the mother goose ran after him.
"Everyone count their eggs,"
said Mr. Chase.
"Let's find out who the winner is."
Gus looked at his empty basket. "What's going on here?" he grumbled. "It looks as though my eggs are still hiding." "Look what I just found," said Bean. "My eggs!" shouted Gus. Bean handed Gus Billy's basket. Gus counted his eggs. "I have 10, he said.
"Does anyone have more than 10 eggs?"
asked Mr. Chase. No one did.
"Then the winner is Gus with 10 eggs,"
Mr. Chase said. Everyone cheered. Mr. Chase handed Gus the prize. "Thank you," said Gus. Just then, Billy ran past the crowd. The goose followed close behind. Everyone laughed and laughed. "Knock, knock," said Bean. "Who's there?" asked Gus. "Orange," answered Bean. "Orange who?" asked Gus. "Aren't you going to share your prize with your best friend?" said Bean. The end. If you like this video, please subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.